It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on the IE Network, and this is the Heaven Hollywood Report. And let's get to it. You see, this is where I differ from everyone else. This is why I separate myself from the other content creators that are doing basically the same thing. Because you can come to me for videos and content like this, and they can't give it to you, and they definitely can't give it to you objectively. I got the experience. I give it to you objectively. I give it to you fairly. So that's the reason why I could do content like this and they cannot. Who was on the Mount Rushmore of female rappers? That's the question here. I have the 4 females, in my opinion, should be on the Mount Rushmore. If you don't know what the Mount Rushmore is, look it up. It's the 4 most famous and nostalgic faces that's carved out, in stone. And I'm going to do that today for the female rappers in hip-hop history. And trust me, my list is the only list that's going to matter, because it's the only one that's going to make the most sense. All right? First on my list, I have MC Lyte. I had to put MC Lyte on the list because when you're doing a Mount Rushmore, you have to have one of the 4 sisters, one of the ones, the foundation. She's a foundation. She's to me, she's the most notable foundation of female rap, because MC Lyte was the first female rapper to come out with an album. So in 1988, she actually was the first female rapper to come out with an album. That album is called Light as a Rock. She's always, she represented like the old-time B-girl, the tough, tomboyish like B-girl. But then she was able to transcend that into a more feminine look as times went on. Remember, she started in the 80s, but she was able to transcend her look and sound on until the 90s, late 90s, and even to the 2000s. And now she DJs. She stayed hip-hop her whole life. And MC Lyte was that female in the beginning that they were comparing to the males. She was the only female rapper in the 80s that they really compared to the men. And they thought that, you know what, Lyte's no pushover. So MC Lyte, to me, is on the Mount Rushmore of female rappers. I picked her over Roxanne Shante and some of the other female rappers. No disrespect to them. But back in the day, we have to have a foundation, and our foundation is MC Lyte. Second on my list, Lil' Kim. Kimberly Jones. And Lil' Kim was the one, female rappers were mostly tough, rough, looked upon as tomboyish. This is the Millie Jackson of female rap. This is the one who really brought the sex, the sexual side of females, how men would talk about their conquers and what they did to women. Lil' Kim was the first female really doing that, talking about what she does to men. And how she has male groupies and her conquers and what they're going to do for her. And she brought the raunchiness to women hip-hop and made it accepted. The female rapper made it accepted. Like, you're so used to the men talking like that. Well, Lil' Kim said, hey, guess what? I could be just as nasty as these dudes. And on top of that, she did it with flavor. She did it with style. And she was the first female fashion, she was the female fashionista of female rap. She was the one who who blew up Marc Jacobs. She was the one talking about the Gucci and the Chanel. and the Prada. She was the one female rapper that was doing it before everybody. And she nationalized female hip hop. She made it a national. She blew it up nationally. Multiple platinum albums. You know, a trendsetter. Lil' Kim. Now, of course, there were some questions about how much she wrote. But at some point, Biggie Smalls did die. So, and that's when people believed that she took over the majority of her writing once Biggie passed away. But Lil' Kim undoubtedly was a trendsetter. And she undoubtedly led the way for the wave of female rappers who was modeled after her. So, Kimberly Jones, Lil' Kim, is on the Mount Rushmore of female rap. Third, Missy Misdemeanor Elliot. Missy Misdemeanor Elliot was really the first producer, writer, rapper for females. She came out producing a lot of her own stuff with Timbaland. And she is, in my opinion, she's my favorite female rapper of all time. But she, in my opinion, is by far the most creative. She didn't mind making herself look at what people would say silly. You know, she walked around. I remember in the city when she did that video shoot for I Can't Stand the Rain. She walked around New York City in that bubble suit for hours. And that was hard. That fat suit. She walked around in the street in that fat, and she took music videos to another level. Once Missy took over the music videos, she was directing a lot of those videos herself. So she was pretty much a full-blown production team on her own a lot of times. She was writing. She was rapping. She was singing backgrounds. She was doing the production. She was in on the choreography. Like, her music videos took music videos for females to another level because she did not mind crossing any barriers. The sound that she had, was a unique sound. When she came in with Timbaland, her sound was so unique and so different. And she got called upon to write for a lot of other female rappers. Was also writing R&B songs, producing songs, breaking artists, doing all of this while still working on her own music. So, Missy Misdemeanor Elliot is third. And fourth, rounding out the Mount Rushmore, is Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj coming in, or Nika Mirage, as we also know her as, coming in, following in the footsteps of Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown. She modeled herself after them in the beginning, but she always had in the back of her mind a plan. Once she got in the door, with the traditional Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown, modeling stuff after them, she totally turned rap in a totally different direction for females. I know a lot of people say she copied the persona of Lil' Kim with the Black Barbie. But Lil' Kim just mentioned Black Barbie one time. Nicki Minaj took on that Barbie persona. And the thing that I loved most about Nicki was, even before she really blew up and brought the Barbie persona to the screen, she let everyone know that is what she was going to do. Anyone that was around Nicki Minaj back in the day, she was telling people, what I'm going to do, you have never seen before. So I'm just going to allow these females, they need to drop their stuff now. Because once I drop, it's going to be like something you've never witnessed before. And she was absolutely right. Always takes pride in writing her own lyrics. And what Little Kim did on the national stage for women hip hop, Nicki Minaj globalized women hip hop. That's the reason why you have to put her on the Mount Rushmore. She globalized what Lil Kim nationalized. Nicki Minaj globalized, took it overseas, UK, the entire world, internationally. Took the fashion game up for female rappers to another level. To where the point where all of the newer female rappers are all builder Nickies, as I call them. You know, where Little Kim may have did the plastic surgery for the, you know, on her face, and then she may have enhanced her boobs. At first, Little Kim didn't really change her body. But Nicki took what Little Kim brought into the game to a totally different level because she did it on a bigger scale. And I never felt as though she stole Kim's style. She may have borrowed a couple of looks, but everyone does that. But they've never sounded the same to me. They didn't rap about the same thing, really. I mean, Nicki would rap about her cooch, you know, some of the times. And as times went on, you know, as the years went on, she did rap about it a lot. However, I never thought of them as the same rapper. I thought of Foxy and Nicki more along the lines that I thought of Nicki and Kim. But Nicki, to me, is the GOAT. I believe she's the greatest female rapper of all time. Now, there's a lot of people who may disagree. I don't believe she's the greatest female lyricist of all time. But when you put together everything, a total package of a rapper, like I've always told people, it's not just lyrics. Lyrics is a part of it, but it's not just lyrics. And especially in this day and age, when you look back and think of how long she's been in the game, and she's like LeBron James in it. If you look at any other female rapper that once they got to their 13th year, they were pretty much dead in the water. She still is making music. She still has fans, probably still the biggest fan base. And she's still out there headlining tours and shows in her 13th year in. Now, of course, the sales aren't what they used to be. The charted hits aren't what they used to be. And that's because of the times we're living in. I pretty much blame that on the times we're living in more than, you know, her quality of work. So even with the stiff competition that we have now, she may not be what she was 10 years ago, but she's still a factor. And that's a lot more than you can say for mostly everyone that was in the game at her age. So those are my four. MC Lyte, Lil Kim, Missy Misdemeanor Elliot, Nicki Minaj. Is my four female rappers on the Mount Rushmore. Meaning you could not tell the history of female rap without mentioning one of these four. It's your boy Evan Hollywood for the IE Network. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Peace.